Hi, my friends. This is Jay, and guess what? I'm back to shine the light on a problem. As you know, I have been, of course, celebrating my birthday. June's my birthday month. And while I was celebrating, I decided I was inspired to make this really pretty little simple sweater where you have two panels and then you just fold them and then you sew them up the back and up the front if you like. This is my panel. I just have it folded right now because I've already finished this one. So this is how it looks when you have the panel folded. And I had the sweater on while I was doing the tutorial. And it looks cute and fine, but it seems like it needs some adjustment, or it felt a little short, like it felt more like if I had on a crop sweater when I didn't want a crop sweater. And I thought, what is going on? And so now, the first thing I thought, I said to myself, Jay, go back and let's check our numbers. Let's check our numbers and the information and our working formula. And that's exactly what I did. And guess what? Jay has solved the problem. Yay! Jay has solved the problem. But many of you gave me some great ideas, and I looked at each one, and then I just checked them off if I knew that wasn't it. But one person reminded me, Jay, whenever you're doing a sweat or, anything, you come over the shoulders from the, front and the back. The front needs to have that little extra for the bump out for your bust line. And that's when I went back to my formula, and let me show you what I found. First thing let me reset this and I'll be right back. All right, so let's go back to the formula. That's the first thing. Go back and check your numbers and everything. And we started out, I was sharing with you how to take some measurements. We did the underarm measurement, which is the most important one. It's really important. And then the waist measurement was like a secondary. But I think the most important one, maybe that's what I want to say, was I did not remind you to take your back measurement from the top of your shoulder down to your waist. I always use this number in all my sweaters. So from the top of your shoulders, just take the tape measure and then go down to your waistline and then kind of round it off. Mine always comes around 19 or a little. I just round it off to 20. I don't mess with all them 1 legs, 2 legs. I just get me a nice number that I can remember. So my number is normally 20 for any sweater from the top of my shoulders to my waist. Well, that number, I forgot to share, I forgot to get you to do that and just to take that measurement if you didn't already have one that you use. Anyone that works with me, they already kind of know my system and they've been working with me a while. Now so once you take that measurement, and I use 20 inches, let me show you, let me just move this just for a second, what happened when I took the measurement on the real sweater after I, thought about it and checked the numbers. Now you may not can see this on camera. It may not see the bottom of it well, and I don't want to move stuff around. But it is only measuring, I'll move the camera back just a little bit. Look, it is only measuring 17. And that's after I've steamed it and everything. I could try to pull it a little more, maybe get barely over 17. But I'm about, 2 or 3 inches short than what I want to be. That's why it felt like a crop sweater. Like, why is my sweater not coming down? Because I did not have enough stitches for my back. And I try to get close to 20 as possible. I don't have to go right to 20, but I don't want to go over 20. This only comes to 17. Can you, right there, it only comes to 17. So let me share with you how I went back to the formula going forward to make, because I'm going to make more of these sweaters because I really like the construction. Like I said, setters always looks really nice on her, but I got a lot more fluff, but that's okay. Sometimes fluff is, no, I ain't gonna say good. Okay, so now look at so once I put that measurement in, put it into the formula, my formula system. I put in, this is where you would add the border over here. Do you remember when I cast on, or when I was sharing with you in the tutorial video, I said, oh, now we need a border, but let's just take the border out of the back. We'll take the border out of the front and the back. I remember saying that. I don't know why nothing didn't click at the moment, but it didn't. I said we'll have a little border, and we'll just knit, so many stitches for the border, and we'll just take it out of this section. Remember that? Well, that was wrong. Yeah, if you want a little crop sweater. I don't want a crop. I'm too short to have cropped. I'm already cropped. So I should have said, let's add a border. And I suggest, if you're 5'2" and shorter like me, 5 stitches works good. Not 5 inches. We're talking stitches. 5 stitches will add a lot. 5 stitches. You're over 5'2". 7 stitches, try that. Kind of right in the middle. If you're really tall and you just like your things to hang a little longer, 9 stitches for a border. I just make it easy, and I usually use these same numbers. 5, 7, 9. On my regular sweaters, when I want a little edge on the side, you know how we normally use 4 stitches. 4 stitches or 3 stitches on our swatches. So, if I take into effect that I'm going to, you see the pink there. Okay, hold on, we got a little noise. It'll be gone in just a minute. And we have a little pink here. I share with you where we would have counted those stitches. I would have put a B for border, and then say if I did 5, I would, have 5 stitches. Then the back stitches, those you have to follow the tutorial. I'm using 40. Then your sleeve, I'll tell you that from the chart, whatever chart we're working. And then the front and the back has to match, so 40. But then I have to end with what? B for border. So now when I add up the 5 stitches or 7 or 9, whatever, and all of these numbers, you will come up with your correct cast on number to work this sweater, and it will not be cropped. But if you like the crop, just leave out the border and just take the border out of the back and the front edge. But I knew something was wrong, but I just couldn't put my hands on it. And then all of a sudden, I had a light bulb moment, and the light started to shine, and I realized J always starts with before border, right? So take a good screenshot of this. I'm going to make sure that you have it for this sweater. I don't really have a name for this sweater yet. Let me see, can I pull up a little closer? I want to make sure you be able to get a good screenshot of it. Okay. So that you can keep all the information together for this. Oh, well, I just called it Jay's birthday sweater, but you can call it whatever you want. I don't know. I can't think of a name right now. Something cute. But just remember, go back and check what you normally do. That's one thing I do. You always, and some people I think get bored with me because I do the same steps all the time. Oh, here we go. She's got to go through the same. And you see, the same steps keeps me in line and helps me to keep my projects coming out like I want them to be. I knew something was wrong because I had a crop sweater that I didn't want a crop sweater because I left off the B for the border. And I make sure you always measure from the top of your shoulders to your waist on your back. Everything I knit, I usually start with measuring the top of my shoulder to down my back to my waist. Well, look like that's it. I thank you so much. I hope you give this a try. If you do, please let me, send us pictures. Tell us what you think. It's amazing and it's fun to solve a mystery. It didn't take me long, so hoping nobody got started right away. This is something you can just put and do at your own pace, at your own leisure. I'm just happy to be able to design it and share it with you. You're under no stress at all. I love doing it whether you watch it or do it or not. Jay's just gonna keep on going because look, what else if I got to do it 79? I don't have no job. Jay ain't got no job. I'm here on the YouTube. So let's just continue. We'll stay calm and knit on and just have fun. Thank you so much, and happy knitting. From Jay, and even Bird got excited about me being able to resolve the problem. All right, I'm on to the next project and next video. Whether you're here or not, I'm going to keep going. So talk to you later. Bye-bye.